All right, today we're going to go over ratios and what they mean. So we're going to talk a lot about for every statements, and we use for every statements to indicate a ratio comparison. So a ratio down here, the vocabulary, is that a ratio is a comparison of two quantities expressed with the phrase such as the ratio of 3 to 5, which means 3 for every 5. Such ratio comparisons are often written as common fractions and in special notation, 3:5. So 3 over 5 could also mean the ratio 3 to 5, or we can actually write the word 2 between 3 and 5, or we just simply put a colon. So this still means 3 for every 5, and it could be 3 girls for every 5 boys. It could be 3 trucks for every 5 cars. It could be anything that we're experiencing with. So we're going to take a look, and we're going to use our fundraising thermometers again. And real quickly, I'm going to clear off this stuff. Okay. And so the principal at the middle school shows each grade's fundraising progress on the charts that look like thermometers. The principal records the progress shown on the thermometer using fraction and dollar amounts. The fundraiser lasts 10 days, so each day the principal announces the progress over the loudspeaker. The thermometers are all the same length despite having different goals. Each thermometer is subdivided into 10 parts. So what that means is he simply divided the thermometer into 10 parts. So if we look here, we can tell that if there are 10 parts here, in order to figure out 6th grade what each little line should be, is we're going to take their total goal and divide it by 10. So if we do that, we get 30. So every line represents $30. So this one right here is 120, then 180, 210, 240, 270, and then 300 for the total. And so the same way. So on this goal over here for 7th grade at 450, we're going to take 450 and divide it by 10. And again, really what we're going to come up with is 45. Okay, so if we do that, we still get 10. All right, so I'm going to erase this work so that I can get my increments here. So 45, 90, 135, plus 45 would be 180, plus 45, and so on and so forth. And then for the 8th grade, the increments are going to be in $15. Okay, so same process. And then the teachers, they think that their goal is going to be 360, so their goal would be in increments of 36. Okay, and that's because we have 10 divisions. There's 10 little boxes for each thermometer. Okay, thus cutting the goal into 10 equal sized parts. So let's go ahead and go on to the next page and start looking at the problem. The principal labeled some of the marks on the thermometers with dollar amounts. Describe what labels belong on the remaining marks. Well, if we go back over here to our marks, sorry about that. What this is really wanting us to do is to finish labeling these thermometers. So I'm going to continue labeling these thermometers, and I want you to follow along with me because you need to have this done before coming to class tomorrow or before coming to class on Monday next week. So let's go over here and let's start. I'm going to do the 8th grade goal first, because counting by 15s is a little bit easier than counting by 45s, although every other line here would be a multiple of 90. So 45, then 60, then 75, plus 15 is 90, plus 15 more is 105, plus 15 more is 120, plus 15 more would be 135, and then we get 250. And then we'll go over here for the 7th graders and finish them out doing by 45. So we'd have 225. And then 45 more would be 270. And then 45 more would be 5, 4, 11, 315. And then 45 more would be 360. And then 45 more would be 405. So those are the increments for 7th grade. And for the teachers now, so 36, 72, and 360 or 36 is a little bit tougher to count by. So give me half a second and I'll get those figured out real quick. All right, so 72 plus 36 would be, and now my pen's not working. So hold on just a minute. Okay, so we should be working now. So 36 plus 72 would give me 108. Whoops, let's turn it back into purple up here. 108 plus 36 would give me 144. Plus 36 would give me 180. Plus 36 would give me 216. Plus 36 would give me 252. And again, we're going to add 36, so the next one would be 288. And the 9th mark up here would be 324. So that we added 36 back to 324, we'd get 360. All right, so make sure you have the thermometers copied down for question A in your spiral. We will pick up on question B tomorrow in class. Again, we're going to be using these thermometers to help us describe using ratios. So one statement we could say using these ratios is if I colored in, if each grade and the teachers did 1/10 of their goal, okay? So I'm going to color in all these, get them up here to 1/10, okay? We could write the statement that says for every $30 6th grade raises, 7th raises 45. Okay, because if we look here, they're at the same point on the line. Okay, so what that gives us is a 30 to 45 ratio, or a 30 over 45 ratio, or in the special notation, 30 to 45, or 30 for every $45. And again, tomorrow we're going to come up with some more for every statements. Each number in these for every statements or ratios is representing dollars and dollar amounts compared to one another. All right, we'll see you in class.